Derek Spallone, glad to be alongside Carolina Panthers head coach and former Chicago Bears Super Bowl champion, Ron Rivera. Ron, how are you feeling? How are you doing today, sir?
Doing great, Derek. You know, it's always kind of nice to be back in Chicago. Kind of an adopted home for me. You know, I was very fortunate to spend 17 years here and really enjoyed my time in Chicago.
Yeah, and that leads me to my first question. Just first and foremost, how special is it being out here mingling with fellow Bears fans and just having the opportunity to give back and be a part of a great cause?
You know, it is really kind of a neat deal to be able to come back and give back to the community that was so good to me. You know, I got my first opportunities here in Chicago to play and then to coach. And so anytime I get an opportunity to come back and spend times with some good old Bear fans, it's kind of neat to be around. And nice thing, too, is I get a chance to see some of my old teammates, too.
Yeah, and I want to go back and talk about your playing days, a member of that historic 1985 Super Bowl championship team. In your opinion, what made that Bears team so unique from all the other great teams during that era?
You know, I think if there was anything, I think a lot of it started with the head coach, with Mike Ditka. You know, he let us be who we are. He let us keep our personality, and he had this way of getting us to take ownership of the football team, which really, I think, put a lot of the onus on us. And I think because we were such a close football team, I think it really helped us through the good times and the bad times.
Were you able to carry over any of his philosophies into your own coaching experience?
Oh, very much so, Derek. You know, one of the things that I always try to preach to our team in Carolina is, you know, let's take ownership. You know, you guys need to be in control. You guys need to help set the tone and tempo for yourselves down in the locker room. And they've done a great job. I've been very fortunate. I got a good group of coaches around me. I got good players, you know, that have really come together, and I got good leadership. And there's a good support staff there. So we've been very fortunate that we've been able to put things together in the last 5 seasons.
Absolutely. And as a former player and a current head coach, are you able to measure success differently through those two respective career paths?
I think so, because, you know, it is about wins and losses. It is about winning the Super Bowl. But to look at where we've come from, you know, when I took over the team, they were coming off a 2-14 season. And each year we got better. And in the last 3 seasons, we've been in the playoffs. Last 3 seasons, we've won the NFC South. So we've been very fortunate that we have grown. And so even though we didn't win the Super Bowl, I do consider it a success because, again, reflecting on where we came from.
What stood out to you about this previous year's team, 15-1, getting all the way to the Super Bowl, and just the way they prepared day in and day out and handled success?
You know, I think for the most part, Derek, I think they really enjoyed each other. I really think they enjoyed the atmosphere, who they are as a football team, and I think they enjoyed playing for one another.
And just my final question for you: you've made history as one of the few Latino head NFL coaches. How special and just significant has that feeling been for you, knowing you've paved the way for future generation of Latino head coaches or coaches with any different background, ethnicity?
You know, that's interesting, Derek, because, you know, a lot of people do talk about that. I take a lot of pride in the fact that I am Latino. It's, you know, it's one of those things that I understand that people are looking at me, people are watching how I do things, so it is important that I do things the right way. And I understand that responsibility. So it is very special for me to have been able to be successful, and hopefully I can continue to be successful and really help lay the groundwork for future coaches.
Perfect. We definitely appreciate you taking the time out and joining us. Derek Spallone, Coach Ron Rivera. Best of luck this season.
Thanks, Derek.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ron.